grow into themselves and their
goodness.
personality. You get to watch them like turn into something completely different. You see them as this like faceless, lifeless, no emotionless individual, and then as they grow, you get to watch them like grow into their like emotions and their personality, and you get to see the kind of person that they're becoming.
But in addition to that, how they grab us, so that we're the ones who are like now at their mercy, and in essence.
Oh my
in a way
God,
that we
yes.
didn't anticipate. You know what I'm saying? And so
I was never a pushover, ever. And then as soon as I had a kid, she's like, even the smallest tear out of her, and it's like, well, what do you need? Anything right now, I'll get it for you. I don't care what I have to do, I'll do it for you.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's just something else. It's my first child.
I was gonna ask her that too.
Yeah,
okay.
It's definitely my first child, so it's just like, I don't know, every day is really magical. It's just always something new, right? Because I only see her every couple of weeks.
Right.
So like the last month that I've been visiting, there's been this like huge vocabulary explosion.
Yes, you definitely see that, right?
So she's just saying words that I never thought she'd be able to see, like multiple syllables. I'm like, oh my God, did you really just say that?
That's pretty amazing. That's pretty spectacular.
Yeah. Just teaching her too, like everything that I know, and like just watching shows with her, and like she sings too, which is great. I'll put her down to sleep, and I can hear her singing in the other room. Oh, just a great feeling. So I love music. Music's life for me, right?
Sure enough.
So just seeing her take interest in the same things that I'm interested in.
Yes.
It's another thing that you just can't help but just feel so good about.
Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
Man. Greatest experience, by far, greatest experience of my life.
So how do you think it's changed you as a person?
Well, I can be honest. I was an addict for a really long time and a career criminal. I did a lot of bad things. I wasn't a very nice person. The moment I seen my daughter being born, I don't know, just something clicked in my head. It's like, do I want to do this the rest of my life? Like, do I want to go to jail and not see my child grow up? Or would I rather see my child grow up and like change the person that I am? Got a job, like I'm working a legitimate job. It's the first one I've had in like almost 20 years.
Wow, okay. So this is huge for you.
It's very huge for me. It's a life-changing moment. Like the moment I seen her, just like I said, something clicked in my head. Yeah. And I just didn't feel like me anymore.
Yeah, I totally hear you.
Went from being Cody to dad.
Wow.
You know? It's a huge change. Huge change.
A huge shift in your, not only, well, a huge shift in your job distinction of what you're trying to experience now in life, right?
Exactly.
Oh, huge,
exactly. Because like, I mean, before it wasn't really a need to experience to live my life. It was like flight by night, never really worried about anything. Now I'm like constantly worried, stressed out, anxiety from like up the wazoo just from being a dad.
Yeah. I've met many individuals, especially single moms, who attribute their salvation, if I can use that term,
absolutely,
to being a mother or a dad, you know, especially in relation to how it just shifted their
focus, right? Their personality,
their commitments, priorities,
somebody different.
Absolutely.
Man, it was an eye-opening experience for me. I didn't even think I'd be ready to be a dad.
Yeah.
But as soon as it happened, I was just like, this is what it is, right? And I was so scared I wouldn't know what to do. Yeah. And my wife's like, at the time, when we were still together, she's like, you know, this is her second child, right? So she already had another child with another individual. Sure. And she's like, just the one thing you got to remember is that nobody knows what they're doing when they start, right?
Absolutely.
It's all a learning experience.
We're all really fumbling our way forwards. And as much as I know for me, in my own experience, one of the concerns I was like trying to figure out is how do I figure out my own stuff so that I don't mess them up?
Oh, yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, as a human, I'm still going to fumble. And so I may also make the wrong calls in relation to them. I may, you know, like express things or say things that still also, you know, affect them adversely. And so
absolutely,
the thing that I'm having to come to terms with is how to say, okay, I'm going to acknowledge my humanity as I try to do the best I can, while still also presenting a model for their sake that enables them to say, okay, dad's also still trying to figure it out, and he's human in that aspect. But the critical factor is he's not only aware, but he's also intentional about self-betterment and, you know, keeping small tabs, small ledgers, you know, of things that need to be addressed. So
absolutely, no, it's a really good thing to think about.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's definitely finding that fine line of what you can and can't say.
Sure.
Right? Because I'm so used to speaking in an intellectual sense where I can use words a lot of people don't understand. I can't talk to my kids like that.
For sure.
I have to laymanize everything. It's just hard because I mean, for me to try and talk like that makes me feel like I'm dumbing them down, but I also have to remember they're not old enough to understand these words yet. Even the simple words are tough for them.
Now you only live, you don't live too far.
No.
So Is it work context that keeps you infrequent in your ability to visit?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Right now I have to work a full-time job just to even make
Sure,
ends meet.
absolutely,
And my
yeah.
wife, she's really understanding. That's the one thing that I'm really thankful for.
I was going to ask about that aspect too.
Even though that we're apart, she does know that my children are like my top priority, and
Sure.
yes, I have to work. But
Yeah.
I mean,
children
when I
plural,
don't,
you said.
sorry.
You said children plural, so you also are.
Yeah, well, I
taking on
mean,
the other one as
technically,
well.
yeah, technically,
for sure.
Max is my son as well. I consider
Yeah,
him to be my son. I've
absolutely.
actually spent more time with him than his real father has in his entire life.
Sure, and he needs that kind of. Good, okay. So
I
you
know, I
adjust
grew up without a father, so if there's one thing I could do is at least try to be a father figure to him, because I know what it's
That's
like to
awesome.
not have
That's awesome.
like a male
Sure.
peer in your life.
Yep.
So-
Is this the best way to access
Absolutely.
your base? Okay.
You'll it'll look like we're going back to Glenmore, but right beside the Phil's is a parking lot.
Yeah.
You can actually just turn in.
Excellent. I'll do that then for sure.
A lot of guys get lost. They'll drive straight through, or they'll go all the way back down to McLeod. I'm like, oh wait, it's the turn. What turn? I didn't see a turn.
Darn already. Okay.
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, this
Yeah.
one here. Okay, awesome. So oh, and then I just go around here.
Yeah, just
Oh,
creep around to the other side of the
check
barrier, and I'm
that
just this tan-colored building on the
I've
left.
never seen this. Oh, that's awesome.
It's a little funky.
Hey, and just straight back here.
Yeah, straight through, right on the left here.
Really enjoyed my time with you.
Oh,
One.
thank you.
Secondly, one of the things I love doing, I have like a social media platform where I like describing what I find tremendous purpose in life in, especially in connecting with people intentionally, right?
Yeah.
It's these kind of moments I'm like, wow, this is really juicy. I love encouraging others in their own context of what could be, as far as, looking for those opportunities.
Yeah.
I want you to feel absolutely confident. Is this
Yeah, that's
okay.
right here on the left.